you guys know I always say this. A lot of times when we're trading, it's amazing how it's just a canning. I mean, pay attention to how often you get stopped out, and exactly where you have your stop, you're going to see the market reacts, and eventually the trade becomes a trade that would have been profitable. And so I find personally, when I look at these levels, and this is why I always say be patient, because patience always pays off. There are moments when I do execute, like on that dollar CAD trade, where the trade will go to that level where I have my stop, and that's exactly where I get stopped out, and I know that's probably where I need to get in, and I'll re-enter, and that's the trade that eventually works out. And at least sometimes I'm able to make back what I lost, you know. I find that happens, you know, with frequency, and across the board I find that happens with a lot of traders also. You know, if you pay attention to how often you get stopped out and where you get stopped out, where the market turns and goes as you thought, you know, that it was going to do what it was going to do. But we still have to work with stops, you know, and as I've said, the answer is not to work with a wider stop. The answer is always to be more patient and wait for the better fill. You know, and that's why, you know, you've got to do this over and over again on a demo account, so you can see the tendencies and you have a history, so that you can say, oh, okay, I see. You know, not only now am I understanding the system and the concept, but I'm also seeing my tendencies. And the truth is, for all of us, every single trader, when you have a new tool, when you first get something new, it's like, you know, we're like children. When you first get that toy, man, you just can't get enough of it, you know? You want to play so much, and you're going to do a bunch of stuff with it that a lot of times you shouldn't be doing. And so this is part of the reason why everyone who starts out with our software, it takes time, because you're so anxious to, you know, to put it to work, to test it. And remember, it's a tool that helps you make better decisions. It's not a tool that makes decisions automatically for you, you know? So how do you start interpreting when are the moments to make a decision and when are the moments not to make a decision? Well, the only way to do that is you have to practice, and then understand what moments are right to, you know, to make decisions, to execute, and what moments you sit on your hands and you wait for potentially a better fill. And you'll never go wrong if you're always waiting for the better fill, okay? Very seldom are you going to go wrong doing that. You're just not going to trade a lot. And I know that, you know, as somebody who's starting out with something new, you just want to, you know, take this thing around the corner and, you know, go 200 miles an hour and you know, I know. But bottom line is, you can do that and practice doing that, but it's going to take time before you start settling and you start saying, hey, you know, maybe I need to go first at the speed limit, you know? Maybe I should be doing the, well, it depends where you're going. If you're in the Autobahn, obviously there is no speed limit, but let's talk about, you know, let's talk about you are going somewhere where there is a speed limit. You know, go safe, you know, drive it safely, and you're going to find when you do that, that you're going to get to your destination. You're going to get there much slower than you want, but you'll get there. And that's kind of where, you know, once you start understanding how to drive at a slower speed and be patient, then you can start every now and then trying to speed up a little bit and test, you know, and test the vehicle out. But the reality is, that's not the, you know, that's not human nature. That's not how we function. We all come in and we want immediately, you know, go at, if this thing goes 200 miles an hour, you know, you want to go 240. You know, you want to push it. And that's why most traders, you know, as I've said, when you come on board with us, you need about 3 months of where you hopefully can get through this process of okay, I understand now, you know, why I need to be patient. You know, I had a trader once that came on board with me, and you know, he took on our system, and again, he went through that period of time where, you know, he was still crashing, and so he did one of the advanced courses with me, And once I got him to understand that he needed to slow down, this was a trader that on an average every month he would, end up in the red, 200, 300 plus points, and all of a sudden I started working with him and trying to go through this process of slowing down. And the next month that we finished, he finished at about break even. No, I'm sorry, he was up, I think his account was up like 20 points. And he was so down on himself because he only managed to make 20 points for the entire month. And I said to him, realize what you just accomplished. For several months, you're constantly in the red. For the first time, you've made a complete 180 turnaround and you're actually positive. You may not be positive 200, 300, but you're positive. And that's what happens to a lot of us. We don't realize when we make progress, you're still not happy with it. And that's why you got to pat yourself in the back. It's little steps, little incremental steps, So, exactly. He literally made 230 points for that month. That's the point right there, Alberto. But he missed that, In his mind, he was only looking at the few positive points he had. He wasn't looking at the negative points that he didn't have. So, once more, it's just a matter of gradually getting there. And like I said, too often, I think everyone in here understands when you get the software, when you get the system, I think you're all sophisticated enough, you're all mature enough, you're all responsible enough that you see the potential, and it's just a matter of you guys learning how to drive this car, and getting through that phase of, okay, I don't need to go 200 and some miles per hour now because, I'm not getting where I want to go driving that fast. I'm constantly crashing. So let me go back to doing this the slow way and gradually build my speed and see how fast eventually I can go. But let me find a place where I can see the progress. And again, I'm going to get to my destination. It's going to take me longer than I want to. But, as I've said, this is not, this race is not about getting there fast. This is more about whatever time it takes, but, getting there. So, anyways, that's kind of where, I kind of want to leave this morning off. Because, a lot of times I get questions, and these questions are, they're great questions. And that's why, we do this every day. It's not just about, the trade setups. It's about the mindset of what you're going to need to do in order to get to where you want to go. So, again, if you didn't get any points this week, most important part about it is that you got yourself a better understanding of the markets, and every day and every week you're just your knowledge and your understanding of cycles in the market and how to look at price action and how to put things together is growing, and that's what this is about. Every day we're in this room. How do we get to that next level? And a lot of times you don't realize it because the improvement is gradual, but as I said with this trader, went from being negative 200 points to being positive, 20, 30 points, and he couldn't see the improvement. But like Alberto just said there, it was drastic because he actually made 230 points. He couldn't see that. He was only seeing the 30 positive that he made, and that's pretty much the nature of all of us. So, anyways, y'all, again, thank you once again for hanging around here, and for a Friday, I'm done. So again, I wish you all a beautiful weekend. Stay safe. God bless you all. And in the meantime, you're going to stick around, work on your homework. Do your exercises. Remember the exercise. Keep doing it over and over again. Keep doing those exercises over and over again. All right? See you all on Monday.